This is a list of every single Steel type Pokemon in the Scarlet and Violet base game, starting with number 42. Oh, we're going well past it. 42, Corviknight, the Raven Pokemon. Corviknight can't serve as a taxi service in Paldea because the Pokemon's natural predators will attack it while it flies, endangering the customer. Next we have number 124. Cufant, the Copperderm Pokemon. Using the pointy tip of its trunk, it carves off chunks of hard rocks to eat. It is very docile and helps people with physical labour. And 125, Copperaja, the Copperderm Pokemon. This Pokemon was brought to Paldea long ago by people from a faraway land. It's so strong that it can easily pull an airplane. And then next we have 153. Bronzor, the Bronze Pokemon. Ancient people believed that the pattern on Bronzor's back contained a mysterious power. 154. Bronzong, the Bronze Bell Pokemon. In ages past, this Pokemon was revered as a bringer of rain. It was found buried in the ground. Next we have 164. Lucario, the Aura Pokemon. It's said that no foe can remain invisible to Lucario, since it can detect auras, even those of foes it could not otherwise see. And then we have 209. Magnemite, the Magnet Pokemon. The electromagnetic waves emitted by the units at the sides of its head expel anti-gravity, which allows it to float. 210. Magneton, the Magnet Pokemon. 3 Magnemite are linked by a strong magnetic force. Earaches will occur if you get too close. And 211. Magnezone, the Magnet Area Pokemon. As it zooms through the sky, this Pokemon seems to be receiving signals of unknown origin while transmitting signals of unknown purpose. Next we have 240, Klefki, the Keyring Pokemon. Once it absorbs a key's metal ions, it discards the key without a second thought. However, it will hang on to keys it favours for decades. And then next we have 259. Forretress, the Bagworm Pokemon. It's usually found hanging on a fat tree trunk. It shoots out bits of its shell when it sees action. And then next we have 261, Scizor, the Pincer Pokemon. This Pokemon's pincers, which contain steel, can crush any hard object they get hold of into bits. And then next we have 279, Tinkertink, the Metalsmith Pokemon. It swings its handmade hammer around to protect itself, but the hammer is often stolen by Pokemon that eat metal. 280, Tinkertuff, the hammer Pokemon. This Pokemon will attack groups of Pawniard and Bisharp, gathering metal from them in order to create a large and sturdy hammer. And 281, Tinkerton, the hammer Pokemon. This intelligent Pokemon has a very daring disposition. It knocks rocks into the sky with its hammer, aiming for flying Corviknight. And then next we have 293, Varoom, the single sill Pokemon. It is said that this Pokemon was born when an unknown poison Pokemon entered and inspirited an engine left at a scrap processing factory. And 294, Reveroom, the multi-sill Pokemon. It creates a gas out of poison and minerals from rocks. It then detonates the gas in its cylinders, now numbering 8, to generate energy. And then we've got 296, Orthworm, the earthworm Pokemon. When attacked, this Pokemon will wield the tendrils on its body like fists and pelt the opponent with a storm of punches. And then we have 367, Pawniard, the sharp blade Pokemon. Pawniard will fearlessly challenge even powerful foes. In a pinch, it will cling to opponents and pierce them with the blades all over its body. 368, Bisharp, the sword blade Pokemon. This Pokemon commands a group of several Pawniard. Groups that are defeated in territorial disputes are absorbed by the winning side. And 369, Kingambit, the big blade Pokemon. Only a Bisharp that stands above all others in its vast army can evolve into a Kingambit. And then we have 382, Iron Treads, the Paradox Pokemon. This Pokemon closely resembles a scientific weapon that a paranormal magazine claimed was sent to this planet by aliens. And then the last one for the base game, 392, Goldengo, the Koyan entity Pokemon. Its body seems to be made up of 1,000 coins. This Pokemon gets along with others and is quick to make friends with anybody. And that is every Steel-type Pokemon that is in the Scarlet and Violet base game.